Hello and welcome. You're listening to the channel, and I'm your host, Yusuf. Today we're talking about something universal, something intimately familiar to every single one of us. It's an institution so fundamental that it predates every government, every corporation, every city. We're talking about the family. That small, messy, complicated and utterly irreplaceable social circle we are all born into, or sometimes beautifully find our way into. Think about that word for a moment. Circle. A family is indeed a circle. It has no real beginning and no end. It's a self-contained universe with its own laws, its own language, its own unique gravity. It can be our greatest source of strength and sometimes our most profound challenge. For the next little while, let's pull up a chair and really examine this incredible, small social circle we call family. So, what is a family in the 21st century? If you asked this question 100 years ago, the answer might have been straightforward. A mother, a father, and their children living under one roof. But today? Today, the definition has beautifully expanded. A family can be a single parent raising a superstar child. It can be two mothers, two fathers, grandparents as primary caregivers. It can be a chosen family, a tight-knit group of friends who have become your siblings, your pillars. The structure is almost irrelevant. What truly defines a family is not blood, but commitment. It's a shared promise, spoken or unspoken, that says, "I am here for you. We are in this together." This small social circle is where we have our very first experiences of everything. It's our first classroom. We learn language here. We learn how to laugh, how to cry, how to ask for what we need. But we also learn our first lessons in conflict. Think about it. The first time you ever felt a sense of injustice was probably with a sibling over a toy. The first time you learned to negotiate was probably with a parent over bedtime. These tiny domestic dramas are the training grounds for our future social selves. And let's talk about that unique family language. Every family has one. It's the inside jokes that would make no sense to an outsider. It's the silly nicknames that stick long into adulthood. It's the shorthand, the raised eyebrow across the dinner table that conveys an entire conversation. This is the folklore of your family. These are the stories that are told and retold at every gathering. The time the dog ate the holiday turkey, the disastrous vacation where everything went wrong, but now it's a legendary tale. These stories, this shared language, they are the glue. They create a shared identity. They whisper to us, "You belong here. You are part of this narrative." But of course, no circle is perfectly smooth. The same walls that protect us can sometimes feel like they are closing in. The same people who know us best know exactly which buttons to push. Family conflicts can be the most painful because the stakes are so high. There's no just walking away. The connection is permanent. And this is where the family becomes a workshop for empathy, for forgiveness, for understanding, It forces us to look at ourselves and at others not as idealized versions, but as perfectly flawed human beings trying their best. Now, I want you to think about your own family's culture. Every family has its own culture, its own rituals. It could be the way you celebrate birthdays, the specific food you eat on Sundays, the way you watch a certain movie every year. These rituals are powerful. They are anchors in the turbulent sea of time. They provide a sense of continuity and predictability. In a world that is changing at a dizzying pace, these family traditions are a gentle reminder that some things endure. They are a touchstone we can always return to. And what about the role of family as our first mirror? Our family members are the first people who reflect back to us who we are. They tell us we are smart, we are funny, we are kind. They shape our earliest self-image. But this mirror can also be distorted. Sometimes the reflections we get are not who we truly are, but who our family needs us to be. The journey to adulthood for so many is the journey of looking into your own mirror, of defining yourself both within and sometimes outside of that initial reflection from your family circle. As we grow older, the dynamics of this circle inevitably shift. The child becomes the caregiver. The seeker of advice becomes the giver of wisdom. The family tree grows new branches as partners and children come in. This can be a beautiful, if sometimes challenging, evolution. It's a dance of renegotiating roles, of making space for new voices within the circle. The small social circle expands, its borders becoming more porous, more inclusive. In our hyper-connected world, where we have thousands of friends online, the value of this small, intimate, offline circle has only magnified. Your followers won't bring you soup when you're sick. Your online connections won't sit with you in silence during a real crisis. The family, in all its forms, remains the ultimate social network. It's the one that doesn't run on Wi-Fi, but on something much deeper. Unconditional love, shared history, and a bond that, while it can be strained, is remarkably resilient. So, as we wrap up our conversation today, I want to leave you with a simple invitation. Take a moment to appreciate your own small social circle. Think about its unique language, its quirky traditions, its flawed and wonderful characters. Maybe send a text to a sibling you haven't spoken to in a while. Call a parent. Hug your chosen family tight. Acknowledge the incredible complexity and beauty of this first and most fundamental community we ever know. It's not always perfect. In fact, it's rarely perfect. But it is ours. It is the story we come from and the foundation upon which we build everything else. Thank you so much for listening and sharing this time with me, exploring the wonderful, messy and beautiful circle of family. I'm Yusuf, and this is the channel. If this resonated with you, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear about your own family stories. Until next time, take care of yourself and your small social circle.